Okay, copy that. I'm here southbound 101 just past Highland. I'm blocked out on the side waiting for that pursuit. And a 499...
Z6 is southbound 101 through Winnetka. Stand by for
okay, so
21L30.
we have a pursuit. We can't hear the city size on the fire.
I'm on trouble 3210 Riverside Drive, 3210 Riverside Drive, code 310-0158
499, help me out with a size up on 536's fire. I can't hear it where I'm at. Oh, it's an invest. Okay, we're good.
Nothing showing.
536, thank you. All right, we're set up southbound 101. We are blacked out. We're in a protected.
I'm gonna try to make it to Laurel Canyon 101. Flip around this side before he. Oh well, he can't transfer onto the 101 unless he gets off. I'll go in 101 170.
Where are you going, Keith? Tell me where you're going.
Z6 is now through Reseda, southbound 101.
Okay, I copy. They're through Reseda. Wilshire and Union. And 536 monitor Wilshire and Union 211 suspect. 499, just let me know if they go committed southbound 101 at the 134 trans. That's all I need to know.
Tracking southbound 101 through Lindley.
All right, they're in tracking mode, so that means that the units have now backed off LAPD pursuit tactics.
Before, like, Laurel Canyon.
Okay.
We're down Nora 326. 101 passing wide open.
All right, if you pick him up there and he stays committed 101 south, then I'll just jump in it and stay with it. So Keith right now is working on trying to get a passing shot.
And hopefully he doesn't take 405.
Right. Oh, that's right. He has two options. That's right. I forgot about the 405. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let me know where you end up. So basically, the suspect has.
We're gonna head up Sounds like there's no water flowing.
Negative. I just know that they were following him for a while. They had a plate, vehicle description. They were following. They lit him up, and he took off. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to explain what's going on. He got off. Okay. We'll hang out here for a second to see if he gets back on. Sometimes they'll exit and re-enter, but normally on pursuits, suspects usually stay committed on the freeway that they're on. Oh, back north. Okay, we're good. Good luck, Keith. That's all.
Flipping around.
Yep, that's all him. All right, brother, that's on you. All clear. 455 is going to be clear, southbound 101 Highland. So usually pursuit suspects, well, I can't say usually because they're all a little bit different. That's what makes pursuits so interesting, I guess. You never know what they're going to do. Sometimes you'll have people that just stay committed on one path and they're like, I'm staying on the 101. They're on the 101, they just stay on it. If they're on the 405, they'll stay on that. The difficult problem for us in LA is that there's so many freeways and so many different options for these suspects that are running from the cops that it's really difficult for us to try and get ahead of it because we don't have a helicopter, obviously. We have to we have to really navigate and kind of keep our fingers on the pulse and make sure that we know, or at least have a fairly good guesstimation of where we think that person's going to go. Usually, if they stay on the freeway for a long time and they go through multiple options, right? Like, so if he passed the 405 and stayed on the 101, chances are at that transition, he would then stay on the 101 at the 134 split. It doesn't always hold true, but usually if they're committed, they stay committed. Then you have other suspects that are just completely nuts, where they'll go on the freeway, side streets, freeway. They'll do light, small smoke on that. Okay, but we had a lot of things pop off just now. We had the pursuit. We have, I guess, another pursuit. There's armed robbery.
Northwestern Avenue, semi for additional engine 168.
473. What was that? 473?
Beacon, see the pier near his white Toyota Scan, comments for system 169.
Is that right? Oh, that's right here. 99 or 536, you guys copy. What were the numbers on that 211 at the 7-Eleven at 473? I copied 473 Northwestern. Do you guys hear it? Okay, that might be an interesting call. We have an armed robbery. Okay.
916 code 3 from
stand by.
Olympic Station to 473 Northwestern Avenue.
Okay, I just copied it on Olympic, 473 Northwestern, 211 at a 7-Eleven. 455 is code 6, or sorry, will be code 6 in seconds. All right, we have a, while that's going on, we now have an armed robbery at a 7-Eleven. Let me turn this down. We have an armed robbery at a 7-Eleven just south of us here, 473 Northwestern, and we're at Western and Melrose, which I think is the I think it's the 100 block. Give me an address over here, Tay, just a number. Just give me a number on any of the buildings, just to give you an idea how close we are here. Nothing?
1011. Walking on Western towards Melrose.
Walking on Western towards Melrose, so they're walking toward us. All right, so the suspect's heading toward us. We're southbound Western coming up to Melrose. So,
Roger, 28.
so that suspect that just robbed the 7-Eleven with a gun is walking toward us right now. At the light in front of us is where they're headed. Let's move over here. We're gonna slow down a little bit because we're way ahead of LAPD, and we don't want to roll up and get involved in get in the middle of some guy that gets into a shooting with the cops here. There's a car right there. Somebody walk. Oh, there we go. Guy in the white shirt. White shirt, right here on the right side. White shirt, red pants, maybe. Or yellow shirt, red pants. Yellow shirt, red pants. Let's see what our suspect description is. If they say yellow shirt, red pants, I'm gonna be like, uh-oh. Yellow shirt, red pants. That's the only person walking northbound. There's the 7-Eleven. That has to be him. Let's see what's up. Yellow shirt, red pants. Where'd he go? There he is.
92869 addition on the 211 in progress, 473 Northwestern. The PR no longer has visual of the suspect. He went back inside the store. She was last seen walking on Western towards Melrose. Addition on
What? Oh, she went back in the store. Describe him. Describe him. Did you hear a description?
No.
That's got to be him. He's the only guy walking northbound, and he's got stuff from the 7-Eleven. Let's see what.
He's got a bag too.
34, their units are temporarily unavailable.
Yeah, because they're on that following in the valley. That's got to be him, Tay.
39, Roger.
I didn't hear us. Oh, there goes LAPD right past him. Uh-oh.
Show me code 6 on that call. We're going to be code 6 on the suspect.
Oh.
On Melrose and Western.
We're at Melrose and Western. Where's that unit?
297 is
yep.
code 6 on the
Yep,
suspect.
that's him. I was right.
Melrose
That's him.
and Western.
That's him. Watch this. Watch this. They're about to jam this guy up. Yep. 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 He might run. He might run. Yep.
That's code 4, Welsh Trace of Union.
Yep, that's him. Perfect.
Units responding 473 Northwest.
In custody.
I locked the car, by the way.
Oh, the window's open. It doesn't matter. It's fine.
Nice.
Crazy, right? I go, that's gotta be him. That has to be him. I didn't hear the description, but now they're going to the 7-Eleven right now to see if confirm that there was a crime, and they're gonna search. He had 7-Eleven stuff on him. I don't know if it's looks like a juvenile. All right. They're going to go down to the 7-Eleven and talk with the store clerk and see if they can do a field show up and confirm that that's actually the suspect. But looking at the time element between when the 911 call is generated and where we were when the information was coming out, he was the only guy walking northbound. The 7-Eleven is on the west side of the street. He was on the west side of the street. That places him right there. If he, matches up with the description, then that's it. Good to go. Great work by Olympic. Right place, right time. Excellent work. All right, let's head down to the 7-Eleven and see what's going on down there. But if I had to bet, I'd say it's probably going to be our suspect. It's a 7-Eleven 211 is what this is. All right, let's see what these guys have to say. Code 4. It's all the cars over here. There's cars parked in the middle of the street, side of the street. Uh-oh.
41750 Wyckoff Avenue.
Oh boy.
Truck 9 for Metro.
Where do we park? That's the question. There goes that Corvette again.
9.
Metro, do you have traffic for truck 9?
Truck 9, yes. Did you cancel the paramedic?
Alrighty.
97, 50 miles. Negative.
All right, 455 is going to be out. 473 Northwestern.
Chevrolet El Camino, silver in color.
Rescue 9, roger. We'll show you on tape.
All right, we've got our suspect, and now we're at our crime scene. Alrighty. What is he saying? Temporarily. What's going on over here? Temporarily closed. Hi. You heard the 211 come out? Yes. Uh-oh. Alrighty.
All right, guys, so we are out here at 7-Eleven.
All right, you ready?
No.
Oh, you don't want to do it now? What happened? It's harder than it looks.
Can I be a fake witness?
No. All right. A fake witness, that's funny.
This guy over here is fine. Like $1 million.
Alrighty. Oh, it's just taking off. I think they're gonna do I'm assuming they're gonna do a field show up. Yeah, and then this guy saw what happened. I like the temporarily closed sign. You see that on the glass? I can't get an angle I can't really get an angle on the screen, on the camera screen, but we'll see what. There we go. Bad time for the Cheetos delivery. Alrighty. The white balance out here is so bad. Parking lot lights are the worst. The LEDs they use, they're just terrible. Absolutely terrible. Street signs, and I think that's it, Tay. Quite the takedown. You got to see that. That was pretty cool. We don't always get to see that because LA being as big as it is, you don't always get to see that. So pretty interesting. These guys are clowning over here in the parking lot. It's pretty funny. I love the one guy. He's like gonna do a stand-up. Like, no, come on, no. Don't want to do it. It is hard. It's a lot harder than people think. Doing an actual news stand-up for a major incident is like very, very difficult. It takes years of practice to get good at. All right, so street signs, and I think we are good. But good eye. Did you see him or did I? Both saw him. Well, I mean the timing was, the placement was like. Alrighty, that's it. That's all she wrote. I don't know if they're gonna do a field show up or they're just gonna wait for cameras. They have what looks like a very animated good witness. I don't know if these guys saw anything, but we're out of here. On to the next one. Toasted. Why are these cars sitting here? That's like burned out. Yeah, that's like gone. That's really sad. Really, really sad. Gabe's out, he's filming. Look at all these people. These people probably live in there. That's really sad. Fire department's coming. It's completely burned out at this point. FD's coming. Why is there like a trash can in the street? I don't get it. Hopefully nobody's in there.
391 incident 4024.
You good?
Yep.
I'm gonna get out of FD's way.
Yeah.
This is from Francisco north of Olympic. That's actually burned to the ground. Look at that, completely gone. Really, such a common sight down here now. It never used to be like this. Last 5 years, things like this are just so common. Gabe's covering it. It'd be hard to tell if somebody was in there at this point. It's pretty much melted down to the frame.
And we'll take a look at Gabe's footage. He's rolling on this. We just came to make sure he was okay, but let's see Gabe's perspective.
Honestly, it's kind of a whatever. It's just a little camping trailer. It's not really newsworthy, but we want to make sure when they're done and they do their search, make sure that there's no bodies inside.
Okay, then we'll be ahead of them unless somebody was over at the 4 level. We'll be ahead, and it's going to affect morning commute. Okay, Gabe is ahead of us, and we're heading to a call 101 southbound at Alvarado. RP, other vehicles. Ah, she's dead. Reporting party in a semi truck advised that a pedestrian ran into his semi and he hit her. There was a line they just took off saying that multiple cars are hitting the body in lanes right now. So we have a big rig involved. We have a female, it sounds like, victim down in the roadway with multiple vehicles striking the body right now. So by the time we get there, there's not going to be much left. It's going to be chunks. So we'll get up there. We'll see what's available. Gabe's right here to our right. We're going to drop in behind him. We'll see what's available for us to actually shoot. I'm covering stuff like this. You never really get used to it because it's just such a horrifically graphic situation, and it's really. We talk about this, and we've been on a few of these now. But we always feel bad for the people involved. The victim that was struck, it's over for them. That's instant out. You get hit by a big rig on the freeway. That's it. Reporting party is blocking the right lane in his semi. All right. Which it doesn't matter at that point. It's too late. But basically, you go to a situation like this, and this person, it's already over for them. But we've seen time and time again, the other parties involved in these incidents are just emotionally devastated by it because they see this and they're seeing it firsthand. It's very different when you see it on camera. And Tay and I have talked about this a lot. It's very different when you see it on camera than when you see it in person a lot. We're coming up to Alvarado right now. We'll see where our incident is. I think we're going to go one past. I'm not seeing our big rig yet. It's going to be probably one past, I would say. Yeah, there it is. It's going to be Rampart. Flip around it. Well, yeah, flip around here, see if you can make access, flip around at Rampart, and then, oh, okay.
Just north of Alvarado.
Ooh, damn. Almost good. All right, copy. I'll go to Silver Lake and come back on it, and yeah, see if you can make access from there. Nice, nice exit. Holy cow. You code 4 there? That was a tight exit. Kate went flying.
Don't say here.
Don't say here. So, all right. But yeah, getting back into here. This is something that that we deal with and we see. And I got to say, the first couple times you see something like this, you don't. It's not something you get used to. But you kind of just manage it after a while. And I think we don't have a break yet. 455 and 536 are going to be code 6 with a traffic collision, or with a vehicle versus pedestrian southbound 101 with reports of a semi versus a pedestrian body in lanes. I am not seeing them. Oh, there they are. Yeah, there's nothing left.
555, I'm right behind you.
Yeah, it's just debris at this point. Just come over with me here to the right. Just come over here. Yeah, there's nothing left. There is nothing left. It's just there is nothing left. That's really. Hey, jump in front of me when you get a chance here. Jump in front of me because you have I have brighter lights than you do to the rear. Stand by. Go, 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 go. All right, so we're gonna stand by here and wait for CHP to run a break, but I can see
2871.
I can see back here, and there's quite a bit of debris. Like I said, it's chunks. Once you have this many cars hitting a human body, there's really not much left at that point. So once we stop seeing the cars coming and we see that there's a
You stepping out?
negative, I'm gonna wait for the break. I don't want to go out there. Plus, we got CHP going northbound right now. I just saw their light bar pass up. So the second we have a break, then yeah. But I don't know how we're gonna shoot this. It's just chunks right now. Little. And they're getting smaller every time they go by. So every single vehicle that's going by us right now is hitting pieces of that poor woman. So I don't know how they're gonna deal with this because the whole freeway is basically covered.
I turned around pretty quick.
Yeah, that was a good flip right there. But yeah, let's just sit tight until we see the. I think we're getting LAFD here possibly, and there's another CHP unit going northbound. Yeah, we're getting FD, but they're just gonna have our lane, and there's just debris everywhere. They're not even. Yeah, they're I don't know what they're doing. They got the truck going across. They're putting that truck right in the.
Debris as in human debris, because all I saw was a shoe.
Yeah, there's chunks covering the whole freeway. So okay, FD's got our lane, and it looks like we're getting no break yet though. But we've got the truck, the engine, and the RA. So yeah, like I was saying, it's kind of hard. I honestly don't know how we're gonna even. I don't know how Alex is gonna blur this out. We might have to blur like the lower half of the frame. Oh, jeez. Yeah, not much we can film to the right. Not much we can film. Let's go back where Gabe is.
Well, we can't really do anything until they put the chute down. At least
the problem is there's so many pieces. So
yeah. What the hell is this?
I don't know. So we want to step out of the lanes here. But again, we don't want to show that. How's it going?
Do you guys know what happened or hear anything? Or
We only got the information off of CHP CAD. The big rig was involved, hit the female. They said it was a female. I'm not. That's
that
just
one?
yeah. That's
That's the one that was involved?
There was one that was pulled over, but I'm not sure if it's the one that's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that
like.
one. Yeah,
He might have just seen it.
That guy had to have seen it.
But when we got here, lanes were open, and there was probably, I mean, before even you guys got here, there was probably 40 or 50 cars that hit her. So it's, yeah, no, you can see she's been out there for a while.
God.
So yeah, there's not When we drove by, I was like,
Yeah.
it's going to be chunks. So we can't film what's over here. Gabe's working to find some shots that are usable because for our own publication and for what our clients expect, we can't put stuff like that on television. The story itself, of course, this is a traffic-related situation. The 101 southbound into downtown is a really important thoroughfare. Gabe does an incredible job, by the way, some of the footage that he does, and he'll figure out a way to film this incredibly respectfully, and he'll make it look as cinematic as possible without showing actually what's there on the freeway in front of us. I can tell you though, we have probably a debris field, is how I'll explain it, about probably about 250 feet from beginning to end, where the first bit of debris starts and where the last piece, the biggest piece of the victim ends. And it covers 1, 2, 3, 4, potentially 5, I would say 4.5 lanes of 101 are covered with debris from our victim. So that's what we're looking at right now. I don't see any more debris out here, but you guys saw when we rolled up, there were so many cars passing. LAFD arrived very shortly after we got here, and then of course CHP is now here with all lanes closed, standing here on an open southbound 101, CHP conducting their investigation. It's just a tragic thing, and we've seen this in episodes in the past where people are running across the freeway, they get hit by a car, and then out here you can see the street lights out. I think there's one over there that's out as well. This is not a well-lit area, so if you have a smaller female out here that's struck in the roadway, you're gonna have, like we saw, cars striking that person, and at that point, those cars don't even realize. They just think, oh, there's some road debris out here. They don't realize that that's a human being that they're running over. So most people will find out if they were in the area at the time and they're watching the news, they'll realize by the time they get home that they actually had hit a person, but they didn't know it in the moment. So, yes.
me?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go feed.
Okay, sounds good. You're leaving this with me?
It's in your care.
I have a new camera. What do you guys think?
Is this gonna affect the morning commute? What time is it?
Yeah, so right now it's about 4 in the morning. Morning commute's gonna start picking up right about now, actually. So traffic coming northbound's pretty light, but traffic coming southbound through downtown, through the 4 level, which goes down through the 110, 101 continuation to the 5. This is like the main thoroughfare from the valley and all the cities north into downtown. So this is gonna be a major, major traffic situation for anybody that uses this route to get to work, which is probably tons of people, probably thousands of people, hundreds of thousands, maybe 100,000 people. So looking at the amount of debris, they don't have a lot of lane options. They'll probably end up using the lane that we're in, so we might have to move all of our equipment over to the left side here. We'll talk to CHP and see what they're gonna do. We're gonna remain here for a little bit and see if we can get sound. If we can, that's fantastic, because that helps explain the story that we're covering here. But Gabe is sending in what the stations need right now, which is what we're seeing here right in front of us. So that's what we have. Tay, again, yeah, if you can shoot respectfully, I say by all means. They've got a bunch of sheets out here. We're gonna get some footage of that. I'm gonna put Gabe's camera off to the side and grab mine. All right. This is the truck that possibly struck the female. You can see there's a big dent on the front. Multiple sheets out here with different covering different sections of where the body broke up. There is a car down further with the victim's family down here. We're gonna see what's going on with that, but what we're hearing right now is that the female possibly jumped out of a car that we actually passed over here on the shoulder, and the female potentially ran into traffic, ending her life in front of the truck. So I'm not quite sure what the circumstances are surrounding this, and be careful. Oh, they have flares down, Tay, but we never trust them 100%. There's something. There's more to this. Yeah, let's go right here. Yeah, there's a car stopped. Let's take a look. There's a car stopped over here, and interestingly enough, we passed it on the way. Alex, if you could roll back the dash cam and just take a look and zoom in on that car as we drove by. I didn't see anything out of the ordinary with it, but we're now overhearing that the female, our victim here, jumped out of that vehicle, and there's a visibly distraught woman down here. There's a visibly distraught woman back here, and I don't want to speculate on the circumstances around this, but with that being said, your mind starts to wander and you think, did they have an argument? What was the argument over? Did someone get pushed into traffic? Did she jump intentionally? I mean, there's so many different things that come to mind when you have a situation like this where someone ends their life so tragically and so violently. This poor woman, like we were talking about on the way, it's never the person who made the ultimate decision. It's the people that were involved. I mean, the poor trucker, he has to go home, and I mean, I'm sure he's going to think about this for the rest of his life. This will stay with him. The woman down here who's visibly, very visibly shaken, this is going to resonate with her forever. It could affect her very, very, very deeply, and it's something that we always take into account when we're telling these stories. We always try to be as respectful as possible doing this job, and it's pretty heavy stuff. I mean, this is real life. These are things that are happening. It's our job to tell these stories, but we have to do it in a way that's respectful and protect the innocent as much as we can, while also getting to the bottom of what occurred out here and finding the facts, because that's what we care about, is the truth out here. Here comes Gabe. We've already got some shots. We'll probably just hand off what we have, let him shoot the rest. While I'm getting our additional footage, Gabe, can you explain to Tay what you were focusing on when we got here and why we have to be so careful about what we're shooting?
Yeah, so because of the sensitive nature of the incident, you know, you have a pedestrian that was hit by a big rig, and then the body kept continuously being struck by multiple vehicles. To put it frank, there isn't really much left of the victim, so, you know, you can't put that on TV. It's not really, for us, shooting dead bodies, we're not in the business of that, because A, our clients don't want it, and B, there's really no point in shooting that whatsoever.
Set? Cool. Sir, if you could just start with your name and how you spell it.
Sergeant Jensen, Jensen.
And what area are you out of?
The central Los Angeles area.
Approximately where are we standing?
US 101, north of Alvarado.
Just kind of run me through timeline of events from when you guys received the call till now. What do you guys have exactly?
Half an hour-ish ago, we got a call that a pedestrian was hit here in the road. So our units responded, closed down the freeway as quick as they could. All lanes are affected right now. So it's going to be a couple hours probably before we can get the lanes open while these guys are doing the investigation.
You mentioned we have a body down in lanes. Do we know if this is a female, male?
Yeah, the female. I can't give any names or anything like that right now.
Do we know what happened, how they got out here? Was this a transient running across the freeway?
No,
or?
Again, everything's preliminary, but it sounds like her car broke down and they stopped for a moment to investigate the problem. Still real sketchy. Like I say, hopefully we'll get more info, but for no reason, the gal walked into the traffic lanes and was struck.
If anyone was in the area and they struck this person, do you want them to contact
Absolutely.
you guys?
Anyone that have good witness as such, yeah. Yes, please get a hold of the Central Los Angeles Highway Patrol office.
Okay. And your name and spelling one more time.
Jensen, Jensen.